Cyberpunk 2077 is not a perfect game. This image right here is from a PlayStation 4 version, I guess the base PS4 version. I hear the Pro version runs a little bit better, and then if you play it on a PS5, the problems are a little bit less problematic, but they're still there. Honestly, you're better off waiting for the next-gen versions to come out, in my opinion, or get a PC. It seems if you play it on PC, you might be okay. I haven't had very many problems, though I've only played like 2 hours of the game so far. I've had very few problems, though. I don't have any of this, right? But my point is, if you wanted to knock the game down because of this, you would be justified. I think, honestly, because of all the bugs, the game probably deserves an 8 out of 10. The story and everything is good, but the game is kind of a buggy mess, especially if you're playing it on consoles. And I think that that would be justified. But when you don't play large portions of the game, you don't have, in my opinion, the right to knock it down if you didn't play it. And that's exactly what happened with the GameSpot review. It was knocked down because, well, the reviewer admittedly didn't play large sections of the game. Didn't play the RPG elements, really. And the game is an open world RPG. But I didn't want to do the crafting or the side quests. And, well, everyone found out about it. And then, of course, people were criticizing that. And the games media lost their mind. They tried to get the quartering banned. They've been writing article after article trying to explain why this was okay to do. And it's been pretty telling. The games media has truly been exposed. And I saw this article, and it really got me thinking about it. The games media really has been exposed right now. And they don't like it. This has been a really bad year for games media. It started with The Last of Us Part 2. That's where a lot of people started to see the cracks. And then you have the Games Awards, where they just gave every single award to The Last of Us Part 2. It's really pathetic. And then Cyberpunk rolls around. And then we find out that not only do they simp and shill for studios, they'll also white knight and try to defend themselves. And if you don't like what they say, if you don't like what they do, well, then they try to deplatform you. That's what's going on with the quartering right now. They're trying to deplatform him. They're still attacking him. IGN, a couple of members from IGN have been going after him for like 2 days, trying to like make him a joke and stuff. It's really sad to see. But at least games media has been thoroughly exposed, and I don't think they can put this bunny back in the box. I don't think they can, and I think they know that, and I think that they're a little upset about that. They're very useless. They've been useless for a long time. And as the writer of this article puts it, these mainstream game journalists are criticizing and nagging their way into obscurity, and should they be regulated to the fringe parts of our culture, then nothing of value will have been lost. Actual game journalists can take their place, and I can get a decent review of a game without worrying about being preached to. They are very much nagging and criticizing their way into obscurity. Check this out. Here's the social blade for Kinda Funny. This is made up of pretty much former IGN employees. They kind of went independent. So they should be a big-time channel. They went independent. But really what they did was kind of just form their own IGN and wanted to stay within the shill community. And if you look at their numbers, it's really low. They got a little bit of a boost right now, but they've got 1K new subscribers over the past 30 days. Look at these numbers that they get, right? And then they've got Kinda Funny Games. This one's supposedly totally dedicated to games. This is down 66%, down 43%. They've got 1,000 subscribers, and then look at those views. Pretty sad. They've got more subscribers than me, 271K. Same for this other channel. This one has 281K. And then you've got Yang Ye. Look at Yang Ye. Now, he's totally dedicated to games, and I don't have a problem with Yang Ye. So I want to put that out there. I just want to point out, look at his channel. Okay, totally dedicated to games, not a member of IGN or something. He gets 10,000, and then look at his views compared. So you've got an independent YouTuber and then you've got former IGN employees. And these two have been going after the quartering along with their IGN buddies. So nobody wants this stuff. Nobody wants more shills. Nobody wants more IGN. That's all. They broke off from IGN to become IGN. And it's not what people want. I have a lot of negative opinions against. I don't like Kind of Funny at all. So I just want to throw that out there. But yeah, they've been exposing themselves. Nobody wants this stuff, and they just keep doing it. This came out today. Cyberpunk 2077 uses sexism as set dressing. So more Puritan takes, more Puritan ideals. You can't have any naked ladies. Can't have that. Can't show any chest. Can't show any booty. If you do that, your game is, of course, going to get blasted by them. There's a lot of billboards in this game. A lot of very erotic billboards. And you're not allowed to show these kinds of things. You can show a dude naked all over the place, but not a girl. If you show a girl, you're going to get hit by Kotaku and Polygon. So it shouldn't be surprising to anybody that Cyberpunk is now under attack by Puritan values, because that's what the NPC do. You're not allowed to have... Women must be dressed head to toe in coverings. They should never show any skin. They want to take things back to how it used to be almost in the 1940s or 30s or whatever it was, when women would wear those gigantic dresses. You might have seen it in movies. They like lift their dress up and show a little bit of their ankle. And like that was like getting the men all hot. Like they want to go back to that. Maybe show a little elbow. Yeah, that might be a little too risque for a game. A little bit of elbow. You know, little hot, look at hot ankles. For real. They're complaining about the billboards. So, including breasts in your game doesn't make an adult, but it seems nobody passed on the memo to CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk 2077 is the latest all-18+ adventure to confuse sex with taboo, using it as a means to build out the game's retro-futuristic cyberpunk world in a tantalizing way. Sex isn't featured too prominently in Cyberpunk 2077's narrative, but it's plastered everywhere. Billboards, posters, and street signs. You'll see ads for Bottoms Up, a brain dance episode featuring a woman bouncing her ass in a man's delighted face. Best brain dance in Skinflick 2077, the poster reads. You'll spot multiple promos for Mr. Chad, starring a naked man's torso caressed by faceless women. There's ads for TV shows like Watson Whore and MILF God Graffiti with large-boobed women and big lips, and derogatory phrases is dotted throughout. Oh my goodness. So now it's the signs and the billboards. Remember, at first they were mad about that Mix It Up poster. Okay, now it's the other advertisements. In a fictional game. Okay. They admit the narrative isn't a problem, but the background advertisements are. Okay. Okay. This is why nobody takes Kotaku seriously, but it goes with the point I was saying, that these games journalists are critiquing themselves out of existence, and I think it's fantastic. Real games journalists will hopefully replace this whole industry. The rise of YouTubers, I think, is a great thing, and hopefully we can get back to normalcy eventually. Because it's my budget compared to a Kotaku and IGN budget is night and day. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So Kotaku, like I pointed out many times, has a budget well over $1 million in salary alone. They can't keep this up forever, and eventually they're going to fold. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you're enjoying Cyberpunk, awesome. Tell me about it. What do you think about the industry, the Game Awards, how everything is going on with Cyberpunk? Give me your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like and subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.